We live. Campaigning. Friday, Black Friday, November 29th, day after Indigenous Wipeout Day. Day after Smallpox in a Blanket Celebration Day. Man, hope y'all eating good. Um, you might want to go reach out for some of your Native American, Native Indigenous brothers and sisters and see that they have a good, happy Indigenous Day. See what they celebrating, being conquered and wiped out. Peace, though. Peace and blessings. Y'all see the title, man. We're going to get into a few current events, wrap up today's current events and the week's current events, breaking newses and all that. First up, with a couple of questions. TD Jakes, we saw his health scare a few days ago. Not sure what happened to him exactly. We saw the drama, the dramatization. We saw the public spectacle, the sympathy and all of that, but why ain't we hearing exactly what happened to him? They saying what it's not, but they not saying what it is. They saying it's not a stroke. It wasn't a stroke, but they not saying what it was. They saying it's not a heart attack, but he's saying it's something that could have been life threatening. It could have been fatal if the congregation wouldn't have got to me in time. I'm paraphrasing, saying something like that. Don't that sound super fishy? Why would you even say anything about it if you ain't gonna say exactly what happened to you? You got everybody worrying about you. If they want to pray for you, you're supposed to pray in specifics. If you got a heart issue, Lord, please heal his heart. You know what I'm saying? You got brain aneurysm, Lord, heal his brain. So whatever happened to you, why you ain't being specific? So that's already kind of fishy to me personally. If you're going to say what it wasn't, but you're not going to tell the public what it was, I already saw that kind of like as a sympathy grab. I don't know if it got anything to do with the P. Diddy Association or some other black pastor or preacher dude that turned out to be a SASO that was mentioning his name recently. I don't know. But we want to know, what we praying for. We want to know what ailment, what affliction that we was praying for. Ain't that fair? Ain't that, if you want us to pray for you and you thanking us for our prayers, what was we praying for? Athlete's foot? What was we praying for? Gout? What was we praying for? You gonna say it was fatal? It's potentially fatal. It would have been fatal if what was it, man? Can we not know? So that's one question. And then another question is on the political scene about Kamala Harris, why we can't know what happened with that $1.5 billion that us poor folks raised, that we rallied behind you to come up with. We wasn't willing to do that for each other. But somehow, you got especially black women together to put up $50 a piece at least, so what, and come up with 1.5 billion, which you gave millions at a time away to rappers like Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, Glorilla, or whoever, Beyonce, Al Sharpton, Oprah. So is that what we was doing? We was just raising money for concerts, for performances, for TV interviews. Why we ain't heard nothing from Kamala Harris about what actually happened to that 1.5 billion and why that 20 billion in debt thing never got cleared up? Like, where did the money go exactly? Where did that go? Are we not we don't have a right to know? Or we was talking about putting our whole lives under your rulership, under your charge for 4 years. Now we can't know what happened to the 1.5 billion that we raised for you. So TD Jake's not letting us know what happened to him. Kamala Harris not letting us know what happened to the money that we raised. What else is in the news? I saw something about P. Diddy. The reason why they denied his bail for the third time. I think that's the third time, right? Third or fourth time. I think it's the third time they denied P. Diddy. They were saying something like because he was trying to sway a jury, knowing that his phone calls be recorded, and he said something on a call to his children, like a birthday call, and wanted to win the hearts of the jury, wanted to win at least one juror over. And I think he allegedly said something like that to that effect over the phone call, over a jail a jail call. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. But man, you know, it's a whole lot of, and you know, lastly, we got Drake, of course, Drake with his petition slash lawsuit slash whatever he's going through. These entertainers, man. These, I guess, is TD Jakes an entertainer? I guess that's entertainment, right? What he doing as far as a televangelist, that's entertainment, right? They got music in the background. He's sitting down saying like, "I'm finna die," or "I ain't scared to die," or something like that. That's what he said in an interview post the health scare. Like today, I saw an interview saying, "I'm not scared to die," and he was crying a little bit and saying, people that prayed for me, all the people but what was we praying for exactly? What was your affliction? Why can't you tell us what your affliction is? Why is it a secret? Why is it G14 classified when everything else ain't? You know what I mean? So I was trying to figure out what it is. Big Boss Claus, what up with you? Big Keith, I see you. Salute. Posted up with the boss, with Boss Claus. My brethren, man, always a blessing to see you, bro. Damn. Let me go to the comments a little bit. Marlon Cozy, salute. What up, Marlon? Peace to you, man. Hub and the Dub, Dave. What up, Dave? Medicine phone. Oh, my bad. Microphone. The microphone. Salute. See, TD Jakes may mean. Dang. So yeah, so that the P. Diddy thing, allegedly the lawyers or somebody that heard his phone calls heard that he was trying to, you know, script, like having it scripted, that his children was going to call. I don't know if they saying that his lawyers set this up and scripted this and try to run this play, knowing that the call was going to get leaked and he was going to try to win sympathy to the jury and make him seem real human. You know, the family is struggling and they want their father home for the holidays or whatever. This is allegedly what they saying. And it was denied because I guess he said, or he alluded to it too much. I don't know. So it's a lot of that going on. I'm seeing some of the biggest rappers. I just was seeing something right now. I don't know if it was on Instagram or somewhere, with LL Cool J was saying that he thinks everybody gonna wake up soon and realize he's the greatest thing. He was the greatest thing that ever happened to rap music, something like that. You know, when we say that about ourselves, that's real desperate sounding. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's true, you probably need somebody else of influence, or the masses, or somebody that's going to say it for you, that's going to say that about you, instead of, you know, us having to say that about ourselves. We all are great, of course. Just the fact that we know your name, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you're already going down in history. But for somebody that's big to have to say that they're the greatest and they're the biggest, or the best thing, I don't know about that one. I don't know. It seems like people are Willie Lynch jealous, like the Willie Lynch envy that the slave master kind of puts out there. If he gives somebody too much money, or somebody too much shine, or too much promotion and push, and say that they're the great, then it burns our little, used to be the greatest ego and we can't be quiet. We got to say, no, I'm the best. You know, it wouldn't be no him if it wasn't no me. Like it's a whole ego poisonous thing that's coming to the surface now that I thank God that I was never no part of. And, you know, I already saw it was weird. It was like I said, egotistical, it was narcissistic, it was a God complex, it was prideful, it was all the things that you would beat niggas up for. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you can't be a real dude and last in this rap game. Because it's a whole different type of, like what Drake is doing. It's a spoiled little brat, little nan, knowing these dudes is punks and they can't fight or they ain't did nothing or whatever. Like, so you can't really tolerate that. If you're a real dude, you can't really tolerate, you would be in the penitentiary or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. You better off just dealing with the real streets. You know what I'm saying? You know how the rules of engagement is. You know what somebody can say and do and can't say, and you know what lines to be crossed and what lines don't. That don't exist in this music industry. It's entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no rules. You can snitch, you can act tough, you can lie, you can do all of that. And get paid. The more you do, the more you get paid and rewarded and get promoted like you're the greatest and the hero and the best, because they the ones that write the history books. They the ones got their Hall of Fame or their Hollywood Walk of Fame or their Grammy or their Forbes magazine or their this. So we doing all this old weirdo, goofy, you know, watered down, weak stuff to get accolades in their satanic system, their satanic media, you know, and we think that's success. So I peeped that out in my early 20s, like around 20 or 21. I was like, nope, this is not for me. I told my Lord and Savior, and like, nope, this is a trap. This is a trick. Here, you can take all of it back. I'm telling you, I don't know if I ever told y'all before. You know, I had prayed, you know what I'm saying, to my God, because the females was coming too fast. All the ones that you thought was the most beautiful, just doing any dirty little, you know, like, oh, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. I wanted to respect everybody. I didn't know the finest ones was the most treacherous, the most diabolical, the most betraying, the most cheaters, the most liars. Like, oh, Lord, I can't handle this. So I feel that was one of the personal reasons I fell back. The other reason had to do with these weak dudes, these dudes that were suckers that like, that scared the shit out of me, because I'm thinking it's solid. I'm thinking this ain't, you know, this is authentic manhood, street understanding, warrior understanding, soldier understanding, and it wasn't. It's like Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know what I mean? It's a role. They know how to talk tough. They know how to, you know, do the stunt man or the stunt mouth, them stunt mouths. they don't really do it. Them is stunt mouths. You know what I'm saying? They stunting with their mouth. Somebody else doing their stunts. You talking about what somebody else do. And when I saw that, I'm like, nah, this is gonna get me wiped out. I'm not gonna last in this game. So I did what I think and what time has proven to be the wisest thing ever. And I fell back. I bowed out. Yeah. And that proved to be the smartest, wisest, safest, you know, in hindsight, because I'm not mixed up in none of the smut, none of the weirdoism, none of the freak off parties, none of the sellout conversations, none of that. All you could say about me is you just mad because your career or something. Like, nigga, I'm the one retired. I'm the one resigned from this weirdo gang. I resigned. My career was to the moon, Buzz Lightyear, to the moon and beyond if I would have stuck around these weirdos. But that's why I can say what I say, and I don't care about it. I don't got no ties, no NDAs. Nobody can sue me for lying or whatever. That's why they just keep my name out their mouth. I'm the candy man, or I'm a candy man. I'm a Beetlejuice in this rap game. Just don't say my name and I won't show up. Let me do what I do, what I decided to do in my life, and trying to wake my people up and you know, point them at against the real enemy. But if you want to get in the way, knowing that you work for the real enemy, knowing that you a minion, a pawn, a mannequin, a flower boy or girl for the real enemy, then I'll say your name and I'll commence to, you know, snatching all them clothes off that mannequin. But yeah, man, we seeing all of these people, especially I'm talking about our people with the melanin, male and female, that's from here, that's from the descendants of slaves. All of those ones that decided that they wanted to do a deal with the devil, get in bed with the devil, lay down with the devil. You seeing now all of the people that these devils have made famous and rich, they breaking them. If they made you, they breaking you. If they can make you, then they can break you. And if they are breaking you, this is the season that they breaking you now. Buck breaking, image breaking, money breaking, life breaking, breaking them. Break yourself. So, and they don't even know what to do. They so used to getting away with these crimes and these weaknesses and these addictions, these freak things or whatever, that they don't know what to do when this Satan is not supporting them no more. When the Satan ain't protecting them and enabling them and rewarding them and funding them and sponsoring them no more. They don't know what to do. They go crazy. They go crazy when they see the Satan pick a new person. Like, no. It's like a jealous, abused girlfriend. You know what I mean? You complaining that he abused you, but then you see him, get with somebody else and, promoting them. And then you mad, like you want to get back with him, like you want to be with him still. It's a Stockholm 5150 syndrome. It's just incredible. It's incredible. Let me see. This ain't, I was actually looking for you talk dirty behind ice cream trucks because I was gonna block you, right? I don't know who you are. I don't know why you would think that this is the platform to mention something like that. So yeah, I have to get you on out of here. Yeah, that last live I was on because dude said something about one of the brothers or whatever. Like, is it? So anyway, we dealing with a lot of mental illness, our people, or just ignorance, or I don't know. We suffering from a lot of stuff. Like I said, especially during this season, this time in history, and this particular season, winter season that we coming into, autumn and winter, when the axis that we on the earth is tilted away from the sun. So we're getting less and less sunlight. It's dark and depressing, and it's a lot of loneliness and just negative thoughts and leaning suggestions or whatever. And we so I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be patient, but the season for that is over. The tolerance is over. The grace period for that is over. So as soon as I see something out of bounds or see something that's crossing the line with me, social media wise, I'm blocking you immediately. So that's just what that is. Um, peace. But yeah, back to the subject. Um, Diddy's bail being denied, and like I said, I don't know who's his handlers, but I'm sure it's his lawyers. And I talked about it on my last live about how these lawyers are the number one enemies. Those are the number ones that people that's gonna get you taken down, just get you locked up or get your life taken or get your legacy, your wealth, everything taken. It's the lawyers, judges and lawyers. And of course, judges used to be lawyers. Judges, graduate from being lawyers to becoming judges. And those are the ones that's in the cahoots to destroy any righteous, positive black man. That's who did that to Jesus, right? It was judges, right? It was the what do you call that? Sanhedrin or whatever the law people is of that time that arrested Jesus, right? And then had him crucified. It's the judge, it's the lawyers and the judges, the people that call the false witnesses, those is lawyers, the little court system or so-called legal system or illegal injustice system. So that's what's going on with us right now. And if we don't know that that's the terrain, then we already lost. That's why anybody that claim that I just want to be happy, man, I just want to be happy, that's fairy tale. You're not going to be happy unless you go into war against the real enemy. There's no such thing as happiness at the end of the world, the time of Armageddon, where Satan is at their greatest, the most diabolical, strongest, wisest, and they're at they last few days. So they're not intending to go out without a fight, without taking every one of us that they can down with them. So it's impossible to be happy in your fairy tale way. I just want to be happy. Oh, how you gonna pull that off? So that you must want to be a 304. You must want to be a demon or a devil, right? Because you can't be happy in the devil's world unless you conquer the devil, right? So you at war whether you like it or not. So there is no happy. There's no happy unless you fight and go to war with the beast and overcome. That's the only happiness you're gonna see. That's only true happiness. It don't mean that it's one big event, but you have to be involved in that daily war, that daily jihad, or that holy war against the devil in yourself, the devil in your household, the devil influencing coming in your own ears and eyes, and then the real group devil, the group Satan that's outside that actually is organized, that's whose last names we wear if you're a descendant of slaves. So that's what that is. Marlon Cozy, brother Cam, I saw a video of Minister Farrakhan and he is in a wheelchair. Is he sick? No, he's 92 years old. And the cartilages in his knees have been severely worn from crisscrossing the country and this planet for the last 70 years now, trying to resurrect us and rebuild the work of his spiritual father, our Father who art in heaven, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So he's sick, all right. He's sick of Satan, but no, he just at that age and at that condition, if you into the Bible, it say that the lamb was in real bad shape, right? The lamb appeared as though it was slain. It was in such bad shape. It appeared that the lamb was in such terrible condition that it looked like he was slain from the foundation of the earth by the time he got to the throne and got the book, right? So that's what you're looking at. That's what that wheelchair represents. Minister Farrakhan ain't had no lower intestines, no insides for the last 20 some years. We didn't know it. He was supposed to be deleted a long time ago. He didn't have so many attempts on his life, and the people that attempted his life and did them things to him, they not here no more. But he's still here. So yeah, he's sick of Satan, just like we all are. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of that, like I said, I started this off with TD Jakes. TD Jakes allegedly had a health scare that he's saying now that was life threatening or would have been fatal if his people wouldn't have caught him in time or something like that's what they saying, right? Y'all seen the statement. What was that? We can tell you what happened to Farrakhan. We can tell you what happened to Elijah Muhammad. We can tell you what happens to us. Why the secrecy? Why the G14 classified secrecy when it comes to what was this health scare that happened to you? We want to know. Tithing minds want to know, not just inquiring minds. Tithing minds want to know. We want to know what we're supposed to be praying for specifically. Exactly. Right. So that's all I'm saying. And speaking of tithes, $1.5 billion would it be went to Kamala Harris's campaign. Okay, God said no, right? We united, we got in our feelings, we got in our sisterhood, sorority, aka everything, you know what I'm saying? A whole black girl magic bag, and got all of the support of the small caps in Hollywood and entertainers all got together, and God said no. Your God, the God and the belief, everything that you had, your heart and soul and feelings and manifestations, all your chants and chakras and all that stuff that you had put together, the most high God that you claim to believe in by whatever name said no, it won't be her. Nope. It's going to be the man that you love to hate. It's going to be the cracker you love to hate. So what we going to do with it? That's a great trial, ain't it? That's a great maturity trial, spiritual, emotional maturity test. Now, what you going to do? You don't believe in God no more? What do we do when our God says no and denies us what we think is best? What does it mean when he says no? You think it should be a yes. He said no. What does that mean? Does it mean he wrong or it mean you wrong? That's just something you wanted. That's somebody you wanted to be your president. He said no. So which one of y'all is wrong? Because you prayed to him and you bragged to us that you prayed to him, and you prophesied and prophetesses and all that and said that she was going to be this and that. But then the God said no. The God wasn't stronger than Trump and his deception or his voter fraud or whatever you say he frauded, and God wasn't stronger than that. He couldn't have made that plan fail and made the woman that you prayed for the president like you prayed, right? So what does it mean? What does it mean when God tells us no? Our family members is passed away or passing away or sick or we, whatever we pray for, if God says no, and you know what that means, that means it didn't happen. Then how do we handle that? What are we supposed to do about that? Is God supposed to adjust to our feelings, or are we supposed to adjust our feelings to him, to his decision, his judgment? Who's supposed to learn something from that? God's supposed to learn from you and your feelings and us and our feelings, or are we supposed to learn from him, not caring about our feelings? Which one is it? What are we gonna do? Yeah, well, that's why I don't do religion. Okay, well, you was the one bragging about it. You was the one promoting God or religion or your spirituality or your manifestations or your whatever it is that you. This was a very important, most important power, freedom, liberation event that was supposed to go your way, and it didn't. So now what? Is this driving us crazy? Is not getting our way from our God driving us crazy, or was we already crazy and this was God's way of showing you that you was already crazy? You know what I'm saying? You had already drifted out into the current of craziness on the seashore, the crazy sea. Which one was it? Because now emotions is more inflamed than they ever was, to the point that y'all just willing to crash out. Okay, F it. Like, who said this was the crash out? This is the thing we supposed to crash out over. Who said that? Why would we even be vested in what the hell America's fate is anyway? If we black, I'm talking to black descendant of slaves, especially my sisters and my tough ass homeboys and brothers, whatever, that got hypnotized to jump on the black female emotion train regarding this voting subject. Like, God said no. Now what? So we're not doing God no more. We're not doing Jesus. You say you got our own personal relationship. Only God can judge me. I got my own personal Lord and relationship with my personal Lord and Savior, Jesus, he said no. All of them, whoever you believe in, said no. You publicly jumped out there and shouted from the mountaintop, this is what God gonna do for you. This is who we want. This is who we deserve. And God said no. So what is we gonna do now? What is we gonna do? Right? People like myself knew better. No, I don't believe in the lesser of no evils. I'm not voting for no percentages of evils. We don't believe in this voting system, period. We don't believe in none of these candidates or representatives, and it's clear to see that they don't represent you. So why did you bite at this bait and believe that this person represented you? What have they done to show or prove that they represent you? So that's why God said no. And the cold part is you got people that's obviously spiritually sane that told you that for the whole whatever 107 days. But hey, hindsight is 2020 now, right? Hindsight is 2020. But is that gonna make us even more angry and outraged like Jesus? Yeah, they was outraged even more at Jesus for being right. And then they was like, well, who you think you are? And then he's like, I'm the son of the God. I'm son of God. You see me, you see the Father. All this right answers, all these predictions, all these right prophecies that you hate that I'm telling, I got it from God because that's my Father and I'm directly from him. Blasphemy, crucify him. So that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're doing with us. That's what gotta happen for the book to be fulfilled, because the story of Jesus or the identity of Jesus ain't just one individual. Like I said earlier, Jesus is an individual, Christ is an individual, but Christ is also a body. So the head is that man, that one individual man. That's the one that carries the burden of the body and gets the crown of thorns put on his head, that stresses and grieves and is bitter and, going through the most hell. The head got to go through the most hell. If you being born or delivery, labor and delivery, guess what got to come out first? That head. Guess what hurt the worst? That head. Guess what's going to determine whether the body lives or not? That head. Right? So our head is Farrakhan. Our head is Farrakhan, and we are the body. We are the Christ body. We are the collective that's going to get whooped and pierced and pinned and nailed and all that. We already have been. Our hands is nailed. We can't do no work. Our feet is nailed. We can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Our side is pierced. You know what I mean? We didn't been pierced with every type of poison and Fauci juice and GMO this and GMO that, to where we can't even think. We can't even relate with what the head is going through, because the head, the Jesus pineal gland is all the way open, but the body is paralyzed. The body is paralyzed with poison. We paralyzed with poison. We won't even help the head. We can't even protect our head. We don't even acknowledge our head. We think we individuals. We think we separate from our head. We think that's not even our head. That's called dead. They're mentally dead. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Bezos, 18. In the Bible, we're not supposed to vote. They know this, but they be playing. Just like they know that Jeremiah 10, Bezos. Jeremiah 10. They know this smallpox in a blanket pandemic of the native indigenous yesterday that y'all still eating them ham leftovers from. They know better than that. Going into Jeremiah 10 with the pagan heathen holidays, going out in the forest and chopping down a tree, bringing it back in your house and fastening it down to the floor and decorating it with silver and gold. That's what the heathens do, the brutes, the heathens. You know what a heathen is, right? Be not like the heathen. But hey, man, what do I know? I'm just a Christian. I'm just a real Christian. You know what I'm saying? David Lartigue, support of such and such pastor and y'all and what the Bible are teaching. Amen. You know, ain't nobody going by the Bible no more. We all interpret the Bible according to what we want to do now. I just saw shouts out to Candace Owens, you know what I'm saying? I put up a post. She just did a part 2 of Nick Cannon's council culture. You seen that interview that they just did? I think it just aired today. And shouts out to Candace Owens, even though, you know, she kind of showed her Achilles heel on this episode. You know, she's strong in her Catholic Christian faith, but you know, I've been saying for the longest that will be her downfall if she don't escape or wake up to that very soon and very soon. She is definitely on the right target when it comes to the small caps and the rainbows and all this satanic agenda, but she don't realize that, you know, her Mecca, the Mecca of her faith is is the dragon himself. You know what I'm saying? So she said something about, you know, we shouldn't trust in humans. You shouldn't trust in, you know, God is basically, you know, that's the problem, is because we believe in science. We believe in humans and science when God is something else. So that let me know that she only got a few days left. She has a small window left. As much as, you know, good is work that she's doing, that's how they're gonna take her down. But you know, you use, just like Solomon, you know, Solomon was wise enough to use the jinn and the devils or whatever for his purpose while he had them. You know, he gave them grace, he gave them the opportunity to do other things, but he understood that I'm gonna use you for what you're good for. While I got you, I'm gonna have you doing diving and making this and making that for me and doing stuff that I'm not gonna do myself. So we got to be wise enough. We got to be able to look at Trump's and Candace Owens's and Kanye's and Diddy's and whoever the same way, because we're not forcing y'all. I can't force nobody to do nothing. But you know, I can't force you to believe or understand or acknowledge or submit. I'll put it out there, and based on how you respond to it, if you don't want to acknowledge this, it's the truth. Because Candace Owens is real sharp. She's real logical and reasonable when it comes to these things, but when it comes to her Christianity, her Catholicism, she turned into, you know, the rest of these fairy tale characters, and that's where it's gonna cost her at. You know, she was speaking on Nick Cannon was speaking on Minister Farrakhan, a few words Minister Farrakhan told him, and you know, she didn't have nothing to say about it one way or the other, which let me know that she's fully aware of Minister Farrakhan's trailblazing the path for them in this fight against the small cap Satans and stuff like that. The rest of the interview, I mean, she make great points, but the fact that she believes in the God she believes in, which has her embracing the personal relationship that she embraces, like that's the Achilles heel. I'm sorry to say. Maybe God will protect her, you know what I'm saying, and guide her out of that or whatever. But you know, from what I see, that's where they're gonna get her at. Man. Militant returns. The Bible has nothing to do with Christianity. Um, yeah, I understand what you mean by that. It depends on what people's definition of what Christianity is. Christianity, you know, Jesus didn't call his people Christians. Reuben, salute Rube, said, why did we take Jerusalem? Right. Why did we take Jerusalem from the devil? How long ago? Okay. Yep. That's supreme wisdom lessons, because one of our righteous brothers who was a prophet by the name of Jesus was buried there. The devil uses his name to hide their dirty practices, shield their dirty religions and practices or whatever. Yep, absolutely. What else that I had? I just had posted up something about that. It was actually with the regarding question number was, damn, what was that? because anyway, it'll come back to me. I just was talking about that though. Yeah. Militant return, the 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's something we could talk about if y'all want to talk about it real quick. I love to talk about the subject. I love bringing it down to real earth, practical application. How do it apply to us right now today instead of being in space or in the ghost realm or metaphysical realm or 2,000, 4,000, 5,000 years ago? I love talking about how what that means today. Bible, Quran, Torah, anything. You can't tell me what it means today. If you can't point out your God and your Jesus, your Moses, your characters, your demons, and all of that, then you believing in a fairy tale. All the characters that we mention in the Bible, Quran, all that, we can point them out literally, specifically, and that's why our shot calling rate is perfect. It's a perfect record. No L's, like Christmas. No L on the first Noel. Supreme touch. As for us, our eyes yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Lamentation. Yep, failed us 400 years. Absolutely. Yeah, I understand militant returns, but are you going to convince us, or are we going to be successful speaking the people's language? I hear you, but if millions of our people, 40 million, 50 million is saying Christianity, then we got to know how to speak the people's language. And that's what I do. I give them Islam without them even knowing it is Islam. I don't say the word Allah or Muhammad or Islam or what I'm saying. I don't got to say none of them words to give Islam. And by the time they realize that they've been given Islam, then they fully in agreement. So you got to be wise about how you deliver divine information to our people. FBA Dynasty.
Hey, what's up, Cam? Yeah, real quick, Cam. I got a couple of questions for you, man.
Absolutely.
Uh, yeah. The first one is about our elders, and the second one is about Candace Owens. So I'm gonna go with the first one right now. Like Cam, like why is it that our elders and in our families, the ones that's into Christianity, like that, why do they
Mm-hmm.
run down on it so hard and get they don't cuss you out, you know, in a degenerate way, but they cuss you out kind of like in a nice way, using the Lord, the good Lord's talking points, the
Give me an example.
Christianity talking points.
Give me an
Like
example.
I can't say nothing to my auntie about like, hey, you heard about your guy, one of your favorite pastors
TD
on
Jakes.
TV, TD Jakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say nothing to my mom. I can't say nothing to none of my aunties or mom's friends. They be ready to run down on those young folk. Cam, like, boy, you need to read your Bible. You need to see that's just the enemy, trying to attack TDJ because he blessed and highly favored. You can't speak on a man of God because if you speak on a man of God, you're not gonna catch up with your blessings and everything. So I'm saying I don't want to speak or pile on TD Jakes or nothing like that because I was raised up with my the women in my family church folks with Christianity, and they ain't gonna cast you down, bro. You say anything about TJ, if you tell them bring up the latest news on, oh y'all listening to that media gossiping, uh, half the church is going to hell anyway, because y'all always prejudging folks and y'all never looking at yourselves and
Right.
anybody they say anybody that's against the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they got a warm place in hell for you. Like they be going ham.
I
So
mean, but
I
have they
mean,
proved it? Have they proved that what they saying is correct?
um, it's have yet it has yet to happen yet. I mean, like um, I don't want to be disrespectful or disparaging to them people. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect my elders and all that. So
Do
I just let
you
them get up.
respect lies?
No, come on, Kim. You know I can't
No, I'm
really
just saying
respect no lie, but
we
then
adults. We adults. See, the reason why we got a governor on our actions because we've been emotionally programmed to think that checking our loved ones or our elders on lies is disrespect. I don't respect lies. And I can't
me neither.
respect liars too much if you show them that what they're doing is lying and they still continue to do it, then I don't respect you neither. Right? I
So
don't care what my
soon as I try
relationship
to,
is with you.
I get what you're saying. So just for example, if your mom or your auntie was a Christianity person, and you tried to break it down to them in a respectful way, and they say, "Oh, Cam, boy, you need to go ahead and I'm gonna pray for you, Cam." You know, because the enemy really picking at you, Cam. You know, so we gonna lay hands on you. We gonna speak in tongues for you, Cam. We gonna ask the good Lord to bless you, Cam.
Right.
And they castrate you like that. Are you going? How since you don't respect lies, you gonna disrespect your mom or your auntie?
Well,
Or how we gonna do it?
that's not your mom no more. Like Jesus said, like, you know, people
Damn.
so, Jesus, I mean, it was like, you know, Jesus, your mother and your brothers is here. They want to talk to you. He's like, who is my mother? Nah, my mother and my brothers is in here feeding off reality and truth and fighting the real enemy with me. So if you ain't into reality, you the mother of my body. You know what I'm saying? You gave birth to
Damn.
my body. You didn't give birth to this mind that I got. So you're not my mother when it really come down to it. You just a vessel that got my body here.
Okay. Like they kind of the way they move, man, is that they don't think that they are subject to criticism. Like you know,
But
they
that's still
deep off
part of
into
the
the
emotional. That's still part of an emotional production, an emotional unwritten law that they suppose like we supposed to obey their feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I'm adult now, and I've seen death, and I've seen you not the power that can stop death or create life. So now I gotta line up my existence with the real powers of truth and righteousness and find out what really is and what I'm supposed to do about it. You know what I'm saying? So all that emotional business is why we powerless, because we got sentimental bonds and dedication and you know, with commitments to emotion, to family members instead of to truth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, look, Cam, man. Like I agree with you, man. But in they eyes, in they mind, son or no son, nephew or no nephew, they're gonna say, "Oh, look, you the enemy." So I guess we the enemy then.
I
You
don't
know, we the
mind being
enemy.
the enemy. I am the enemy. I don't mind you being my op. So I think I'm a real Christian. I think you a fake Christian. I think you a hypocrite. You think I'm a disbeliever. I think you a disbeliever. So that is going to come down to a showdown because the Bible says it's going to be many false prophets. How you know you ain't following one? You saying I'm following one. So let's just wait and see, because your book say in that day many is going to come to the Lord, talking about, Lord, Lord, didn't I do this in your name? Didn't I cast out demons? Didn't I do miracles and great works in your name? Lord, Lord. And then he going to say, the F away from me. I don't know you, you workers of iniquity. So just because everybody is saying Lord, Lord, don't mean they really Christian or they really with him. So that could be me, 50%. That could be me. I could be guilty or you can be guilty. So time is gonna tell. So in the meantime, I just lay it out there and with receipts. I show and prove.
Yeah,
I don't give you fairy
right.
tale ghost stories or feelings or emotions. I'm gonna give you receipts.
Yeah, man, because they gonna run down on you and say, "Oh, man, well, you need to get you that's the problem. You need to read your Bible. You need to go to church and
But what if I
so you
do?
can get some of this
That's what I'm
blessing."
saying. What if I read my Bible better than you do? What if I know the Bible better
Mm.
than you do? It's gonna come down to well, I just believe. You just supposed to believe. They once you break them down with all the superior study and definition of words and research of the history of who even canonized the Bible and produce where you can lay all the facts down, and they just gonna hit you with well I just believe you can't break my belief. So that it's gonna disturb them so much that they're gonna do what the slave masters do. You can give them all of the right paperwork and all of that, and they're gonna get frustrated. Then they're just gonna take their mask off, like F you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Have all this sovereignty paperwork, and I got my nationality card and all this. Like when it come down to it, a devil gonna devil. Once you beat them at all them games and all they push the goalpost and move the goalpost so much, eventually they're gonna do what devils do.
Yes, because man, and then one time, man, I'm getting some gas, and it was early in the morning on Sunday, and there was a lady. She had a Navigator, and she was like, she wasn't that old, but she was like middle aged. And I said, "Good morning, ma'am," and she said, "I'm blessed," or whatever. And then I'm pumping my gas right next to hers, and she's like, "Young man, when the last time you been to church?" And when the last time when the last time you been reading your Bible? And she just struck up that conversation. So she kind of trapped me though at the gas station for I didn't pump my gas and everything. She held me almost 10 minutes, after I didn't pump my gas though, Cam. So, I'm like, I said it's a lot of false leaders, in the church nowadays. I'm like Pastor Brian out there. He's not showing a good example of enticing nobody.
What is her proof?
She said, all them rumors y'all hearing about TD Jakes and Pastor Brian and all that, y'all don't know what's really going on.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying what can she show you that would make you want to believe in who she believe in? Right? If she say like, have you read your Bible? Like, I'm saved. Like, what are you saved from? If you're saved, show me the proof of what you've been saved from, because you still sick, you still struggling to pay your bills, you still this, you still that. So why would I do what you doing? Why would I believe like you believe?
She was saying, well, you got to have the good Lord said you got to have the faith of a mustard seed, and you gotta be a believer, and you gotta pray, and you gotta do your part and pay your tithes, and your blessings gonna eventually come. It's not gonna come on your time, it's gonna come on his time. Everything is on his time. And if you don't consistently do God's work, then you're gonna consistently be in the struggle.
So is she struggling? Is she a billionaire?
I know she had a pretty nice car, Navigator. I don't know if she worked in the church or she hustling in the church. I don't know. I don't want to cast no judgment on the lady, but I don't know. She could have had a good job. You know what I'm saying?
She could be a prostitute too, right? Just because she got a good car and she talking about the Lord, ain't Megan Thee Stallion twerking her ass with a cross around her neck? Ain't all these females that's selling sex, claiming Christianity?
Yes, sir.
So how you know she got? How did she get that Navigator?
From what she's saying is that she's been putting in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Megan Thee Stallion putting in work. What kind of work you putting in?
The work of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That was the she stopped me from where I was going, Cam, for like 10, had me hand up at the gas station for 10 minutes. I'm like, yes, ma'am, I got my own relationship with my higher power, and I'm letting her know I'm on a positive tip. I'm letting her know, that, I'm like, ma'am, I'm on my way to go do something for my kids right now. You kind of hold me up, and she was like, the Lord will make it possible for you to do more for your kids. Like, I'm saying, my mom, how would you know what I'm,
that's prejudging. That's judging. That's she judging you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I didn't want to get disrespectful with the lady because I respect, what I'm saying, like I respect moms and aunties.
That's the trap. Like how are you being disrespectful if you defending truth? How are you disrespectful if somebody aggresses against you? Somebody initiates or imposes something on you that's not true, or that's a form of judgment, and then you call it.
I should have said, Cam, I should have just went ahead and told her, bro. Hey, look, yeah, I understand you, ma'am, and I respect your stance, but I ain't got time for that shit right now. And hopped in my car and left. Would I would have been wrong?
No, no. Then she got cuffs on
I
you.
wouldn't have had nothing to feel. No, I wouldn't have had to feel guilty or nothing like. I just did somebody that a child of God. I just
That how is that dissing?
or
Dissing
wait.
means disrespect. That's not
Yeah.
disrespect. If anything, she disrespected your time, right? Just because
Well,
she
she
older,
did.
just
Yeah, she
because the
stopped me in
person is
my track.
older than you, don't mean that they can't be the ones disrespecting you.
Well, or acting like they know more than me. Yeah, I get that.
I
If
mean,
she
even if
think
they
that,
do, even if they do know more than you, they don't know you. How you gonna tell me
right,
about me?
right, right,
If you was that attractive, you was that much of a prophetess or whatever, then
yeah,
you would have people coming to you. People would be coming to you.
right,
You would have such a reputation that you wouldn't have to come at me at the gas station.
yeah,
People would be looking for you.
right. So it's like, she was like, well, uh, uh, um, you haven't been to church in a while, and so I take it you ain't really read the Bible in a while, and maybe you should start doing that a little bit more, and then you'll see how it turns out, and how your blessings, how you will receive your blessings in tenfold, and she was going on down the line with it, and you know, she was an okay looking lady, but at the same time, it was like she was aggressive with her stance on trying to like uh, you know put her what she's doing. And I guess she's a child of God, a soldier of God, so she's trying to reach out and save souls. Which what you say is that come with some receipts. How much are you really saving souls, or are you really working for the enemy? Which one?
Right. Like if you knew the Bible, like she said, then you would be even more of an enemy to her, because then you would be able to catch her in her breaking
Yeah,
the laws of the Bible, or her hypocrisy or something.
right. Because
I
I'm
know the
I'm
Bible.
knowing, man. I didn't been. I don't know, when I was a kid, right? And my mama used to take all of us to this one church. It was this guy named Pastor Green, right? And Pastor Green he had got cracked and went to jail because I don't know if he was for embezzlement, or it was something with him stealing some money, and he had to do like a 10 or 12 year stretch, right?
Mhm.
And my mom and my mama friends and my aunties and all that, they was all in that church, and they was bigging him up and everything, right? And
So
then as soon
what
as
he
we would
wound up
say
doing?
something, he caught a case, man. I don't know if he was stealing from that church, or he did a deal with somebody, and where he basically stole the money. You
Well, you can.
understand
I
what I'm
don't think
saying?
you'd even steal the money, because that you already given. That's the hustle. The hustle of church is, if it's not taxable and all of that. So if a person willingly donates or gives you money, then you can't. It can't be considered stealing.
Well, we ain't just talking about the money that they was donating to him in the ministry. He also did like some other side deal outside of church, which he came up with. He got some investors and tried to get some investors to invest in his church, but he wasn't putting it in the building up the church, or decorating the church up and nothing like that. He was putting it straight into his account, because he was putting up in the church house, in the parking lot. He had a 500, then he had switched from a 500, then he had have a brand new Lincoln, then he
I mean,
come
but
from the Lincoln,
everybody
then he
knows
come.
that already. Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Everybody knows that hustle already. So you can't get
right.
mad at somebody that
No, no.
doing the hustle. If you putting your faith and your soul in those type of people hands, then you can't get mad. Like, you got a brain, you know how to read your
Mm-mm.
own Bible. I don't need no pastor to read no Bible for me.
Yeah, but then these folks are actually they'll go hard on you if you try to call that out. I know you don't give a damn, Cam. I know you
I
don't
mean,
give a damn.
what is your
And I sit
definition of go hard on you? What does that mean? They gonna do
like
violence against
like
you?
they gon' No, they gonna castrate you, man. Verbally attack you, and you don't know what you're
Well,
talking about, and you need to
castrate
pray. And
means something else. I think you
you
need to.
got the enemy in you. You got the enemy in you. You got the enemy. Now I'm the enemy. You got the enemy in you. You need to be delivered. You need to be delivered.
I mean, but according to who? According to a group of family members, like they call themselves Christians. Like the world is bigger than these few family members that say that I need to believe like them. I didn't come here to be the emotional kinfolk slave of your feelings or whatever. I'm here to learn everything on this planet, not just whatever y'all believe. Okay, I know what y'all believe. Now it's time for me to find out what other people believe. Let me see what other information.
Basically, if you ain't believing, Cam, if you're not believing in they stance and they God and they religion, then you the devil. Basically, you the
Right,
enemy.
I think this.
And that shouldn't be
I
like.
think the same way. I think if you are believing that and you don't have no proof of it, I think you the devil. So how did you become a Christian in the first place? Why wasn't you a Buddhist? Why wasn't you a Hindu? Why wasn't you a Muslim? Why wasn't you an atheist? How did you? Who taught you to be a Christian? You ain't got no proof.
Right.
You just following what your parents got whipped into.
Right. So you saying basically, I'm not out of pocket. I'm not disrespectful if I start calling these folks out when they try to come at me like, man, like I'm out of pocket or I'm doing something wrong. So if I start firing back, then I got that right too. I'm not being out of pocket. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not trying to call them out on their beliefs. So if I start, contesting what they saying and saying that, that's your belief and that's your guidelines in life. And I got my own guidelines in life.
If you knew the Bible scriptures like they say you should know them, then you would be able to say, well, yo, Jesus said, think not that I came to bring peace on the earth. This is what Jesus, you say I need a relationship with Jesus, right? Well, Jesus said, don't think that I came to bring peace on earth. No, I came to bring division from this day forward. You know what I'm saying? A mother's going to be against the daughter, the son is going to be against the father, you know what I'm saying? And he of a person's own household is going to be their worst enemy. I came to make that happen. I, Jesus, have come to make division, confusion, and to bring a sword, you know what I'm saying? So they don't never talk about the judgment part of God. They talk about like they'll judge you if you don't do what they want you to do, but they ain't gonna tell you about how God say he gonna judge them false Christians and them false prophets.
Yeah, I get a lot of that. I feel like I be getting judged, and at the same time, I don't want to. As soon as I try to go against the grain or contest what they saying, then they start basically. I'm feeling like I'm getting put in the corner. Like damn, So now I'm working with the enemy now. You know what I'm saying?
Did Jesus get judged? Did Jesus get judged?
Man, did he?
Did they call him the devil? Didn't they call him the devil?
Yep. Everything what they were supposed to call him.
That's what I'm saying. So if they called him the devil, they
crucified that
charges
man
on him, they got false witnesses on him, and then they crucified him, and he was the most righteous of them all. Then what the hell you think we gonna have to go through? We gonna get a free ride, and he got did like that.
Right.
So that don't mean you doing something wrong. That means you doing something right. You must be walking in his shoes if they getting at you like that.
Man, for real. I'm just saying I was raised on, respecting the elders and all that, but at the same time, I'll be popping back because, some of this stuff just be outlandish to the point where, it's like, you basically calling me everything. You calling me an enemy. You calling me somebody. Here it is. I'm your family member, but how I'm the enemy and
then you should say I am the
possessed.
enemy. Embrace it. You are the enemy. I am the enemy. Now what? I'm the enemy. Now what?
Yeah.
Call your God. Do like Elijah. Let's do a challenge now.
Yeah.
Since I'm the enemy of God, your God, and the enemy of righteousness and belief and faith in Jesus. Call your Jesus. Let's call on your Jesus and your God, and I'm gonna call on my atheist or whatever, devil God, and let's call for a curse or call for
yeah,
a
that's what I
death.
don't like, Cam. That's what I don't like. I feel like I'm being cursed, like almost to the point where like you wishing bad on me, like
I mean, they
yeah,
are
you know,
wishing bad. So you gotta be a man. You still
yeah,
like on some emotional, childish thinking that I gotta respect my mama or my granddaddy or my elders or whatever. This is adult business now. Adult business, God business
gotcha.
is about showdown. Okay, well, we adults, you saying that I'm a devil, I'm saying you a hypocrite, or you don't understand what the hell you talking about. So now let's test it. Let's put it to the test. Call on your God. I'm gonna call on my God, and let's pray that our gods do like Elijah in the Bible. That's why that story is even in the Bible. Let's pray for the curse of the real God to hit the one, I'm talking about a curse that we could say specifically, that this came from God. I ain't talking about I'm gonna physically hit you or some. I'm talking about something that
Yeah,
we both, God, if we believe in God, or God, show your power, God, in the form that we all gonna understand is directly from you. It can only come from you, and it's gonna blah blah. Say all them specific good prayers, and
yeah,
document it, and just wait and see what happens.
okay,
Because I'm not gonna agree with you. You're not gonna agree with me. So it have to come down to a showdown. I'm not going to be talking to you and
yeah,
shit. Like let's really run it. Let's run a fade and then just wait and see what happens.
yeah, yeah. So it's like if you ain't right, if you ain't going along with what I'm telling you about the word of God, then you on the other side of you on the other side of the fence with. That's how they and that's how they is. But I don't be trying to be immature about it. I just don't. I just let them talk. Like let them say, let them get
Why let them
they
talk?
stuff off because I
Why
don't
let
be
them
wanting to get
talk?
into no argument. I don't be wanting to
You
get into
scared
no
of an argument?
debate and argument with them.
That's a
Nah,
coward. Why are you scared of an argument?
no. It ain't that. It's just that when you doing it, when you taking the stance against somebody's religion, then like you said, you don't fold, Kim. You don't fold. You don't bow down. You force with force. You come with your facts, they're gonna come with their facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How is
It's
that
just that yeah.
disrespectful?
No, it ain't disrespectful. It's just that I don't be having the time I don't be having the time or the patience to I just let them say what they say. Okay, you're done, and get the hell out of my face with that shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful because you're gonna have
who
to.
on my behalf? On my behalf or theirs?
Yeah, if you saying get out my face with that shit, that's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not literally saying that. I just let them, that's moms and auntie them and all that. I don't want to just say that to them. So I just
Okay,
let
if
them say what they say. Like,
they were
okay,
suffering from an
yeah,
illness, if they were suffering from an illness that you knew the solution to, you knew the cure to, but they was fighting you about
yeah,
it and saying, no, I like this way, and my doctor said this. What would you do? Would you
right.
just ignore them and just let them die or whatever, or would you fight to get that information across to them? How would you handle that?
Okay. So we okay. Run this back to me again. So basically, you saying is that if one of them had like an illness and they belief and they religion say that God gonna take care of it and we ain't worried about what them doctors talking about or whatever, but it's a life or death situation. I'm saying to them we're gonna take all measures. I understand that you got your faith and I respect your faith, but with moms or auntie, we finna go to this doctor and see what he can do.
So what's no
We're
no
gonna
that,
see what he can do
what if
first.
the doctor is the one giving you the wrong information? So the doctor is trying to prescribe some pharmaceutical poison that's gonna make the situation worse, and you are a Dr. Sabi and you know the holistic, natural, no side effect cure for a situation. What are you gonna do?
Man, automatically, man, I'm gonna do it the Dr. Savvy way.
But how?
If I
You gonna
know I
force her?
got
You gonna
the,
tie her up? You gonna tie her up and spoon feed her? How you gonna do that?
I'm gonna take any measures I gotta take to save my mom's life
Then why
or
wouldn't you
save
do
my
that
auntie
this
life.
way? You wouldn't say get that shit out my face? Why would you say get that shit
No,
out my face regarding this subject that involves her mind and her spirit, but you wouldn't do that involving her body, her physical health?
I get. I get you though. I get you, Cam. It was just a debate that that would
I'm saying you win debates
yeah.
by providing superior information. You don't say get that shit out of my face. You go get the superior information and prove it.
Right.
That's our
Yeah.
problem. We just lazy, or we irritated, or you know what I'm saying, or we got some other
Yeah.
issues. Like we don't want to do the work. At least they irritating us because they done did the work. They done sat up all night for years and years listening to a pastor studying a Bible, even though there's some bullshit in it. They done studied they bullshit more than we did. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now it's irritating to us because we don't know how to defend it.
Yeah. Got you. I got you. So you saying once I got the remedy and the studies to contest what they talking about or what they bringing to me, right? And then I can prove them wrong or I can bring some truth to power to them on their level, right? Then then they gonna get more turned up because they come a bit.
So what?
They being
That's
challenged now.
feelings. So what? That's feelings. That's feelings. You in your feelings because they feelings. You letting they feelings trigger your feelings. If you're really a messenger or somebody, it's not about feelings. It's about you getting their blood off of your hands. Whatever you choose to do with your life, you gonna do it. I don't give a damn, but I'm gonna be able to be at peace and rest and sleep easy because I know I did all I can. I leaded the horses I leaded the whatever to water, but I couldn't make them drink. They chose not to drink.
Right.
I don't got to feel no kind of way. F your feelings. I don't care about your feelings when it comes to that.
Right.
We grown. Okay. These is adults you're talking about. These ain't children.
No. Yeah. You're right.
So we so connected. We so connected about emotions and feelings that's our downfall. That's hell. That becomes hell for us. We let somebody else pull us down into their hell of emotions because they don't like us or they don't agree with us or they turning up against us. Like, okay, well then we don't need to be together. That's how you produce peace, through separation, division. I'm gonna stay over here, you stay over there. You know what I believe. I'm not into what you talking about. You're not into what I'm talking about. That's how we go. Therein will be the peace. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Is it possible that we can still, coexist around everybody by just,
why would you want to? Why would you want to? It's possible, but why would you want to?
So you saying you talking about the person that birthed you though, Cam? You talking about the person? You talking about? Yeah, damn, it's coming down to this then.
Oh, so the person that birthed you can't, the person that birthed you can't be treacherous and betray you?
Yes, yeah. No, I'm saying you right, Cam. You deep with this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's coming down to this where, it's already battle outside. You know what I'm saying? It's already battle in DC. It's already battle when you step out your door, and it's battle inside your home.
And if you claim to be my mother and you claim to love me or my father, and you're not acknowledging the reality of warfare, the real enemy that we got, you think you can pray to Jesus and go take a Fauci juice. You think that's the solution, and then you're gonna make me take it as your child that's at your mercy. I'm thinking that you know Jesus and God is gonna protect you and me, and you run me right to the devil to get poisoned.
Right. So
are you my friend? Is that my mother? Is that an act of a mother?
You right. So if my mom taking it, they talking about we taking shots right now, and the Lord said take these shots, and these shots is making motherfuckers drop dead, and they tell me, son, the Lord told me for you to take this shot, son. You think I'm gonna take it, Kim? Mama, no, mama, hell no.
They doing. They are taking that. That's why they took it.
Right.
So that already is a separation right there. Okay, I can't trust your judgment. This is the parting of ways between us. I'm always respect you as much as I'm able to. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you own, to where you even sacrifice your own life, your own health, you rather trust in them than trust in your own son. That my brain, I got your best interest. I got your best interest at mind. I'm gonna go actually, not for a check. I'm gonna go get the information because of love, because I don't want you to get poisoned, and you still gonna go for the poison. Then hey man, that's on you.
It's on you. Then they gonna be on the phone. Oh girl, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the enemy really working on my son.
I keep hearing you say
Sister,
that, bro. Like not no
yeah, I'm just saying
disrespect.
that's how they.
Listen. I know that's
Go
why you
ahead.
keep saying
Go
that
ahead.
though. You keep as a son,
Yeah.
because that's our prison. That's our stress as black
Yeah.
sons of black women mothers. That is they whip. That is the thing that they've been keeping us, stressed out or in check or whatever. Their version of discipline is they talking bad about us. You know what I'm saying? They talking
Right.
about us like
Yeah.
they words can destroy us. The black woman's words have been able to cut us down our whole life. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Right.
free
Yeah.
yourself from worrying about what the fuck any person words is saying about you.
Real
You
talk.
allowing
Yeah.
yourself to be in a prison of somebody else's words.
Yeah. Mama, no mama. Yeah, I got you. I got you, Cam.
You're not gonna have
Real
no
talk.
mama one day. I don't got no mama today. My mama gone. My parents is gone now. So now what?
Yeah.
If I didn't free myself
see,
before
my
that,
daddy gone. My daddy gone, but I only got my
your
mama
daddy
left
didn't
though.
raise you though, right?
He was. I mean, he was significant in my life, but I was around my mama.
Come on, bro. Come on, keep it 1,000. Your daddy didn't raise you. Your mama raised you. Our mamas raised us. So if we don't
Mama's
free
raised
ourselves from the hypnotic, from the hypnosis, the emotional hypnosis program of our mothers before they pass away, then once they pass away, that's gonna weld that shit into our psyche even more. It's gonna be harder for us to separate that poison from their love. We don't even realize their love is tainted. And if we don't get free of that, if we can't separate it before they pass away, then we got a whole other can of worms on our hands.
Right. You got to. So eventually, I might have to just basically. I have love, and the love always gonna be there, but I'm gonna have to take away the emotional part of the love, and stand on my square and say, hey, y'all gonna believe in what y'all believe in, y'all gonna have faith in what y'all have faith in, and I'm gonna stand on my square and study my belief and study
But you can study
my
they
faith.
believe. You can study the Bible. Just like my brother. This is my
Yeah,
literal flesh and blood, same mother, same father, brother, Reuben Muhammad. This is who
yeah,
brought me into the nation. This is who exposed me to the information that I'm talking about. I've been rapping about for 30-some years now. And he just put up a Bible scripture that Matthew 10:37 and say, he that loves father or mother more than he loved me, is not worthy of me. And he that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. So if you loving your mama, your relationship with your mama, your daddy, or your son or your daughter more than you love the God of righteous truth and principle, then you not worthy. Mama
yeah,
ain't really who brought you here. God brought you here. You got the answer
right.
to the God. You ain't got to answer to mama's emotions. Mama's emotions ain't
But
worth
that's
shit.
what I'm saying, Cam. Cam, I love my higher power, and I got more faith in my higher power than I do got in my parents or my mom or my family members.
I hear that, but
Yeah,
they got so much force over your life still. I can hear it in your words. I can hear it, and
yeah.
I
No,
understand it.
I know what you said. I was just telling you how they are. But what I'm saying is, um, the influence. They don't have that influence over me like that. Like when I was a little kid. Like you
Right.
said, I'm a grown man now. They don't have that influence over me, so they always talking to me and my brothers and my sisters. Uh, you know, um, you know, almost to where they ridiculing us. With the word.
But
You get what I'm
why
saying?
would you care? Like so that's what I'm saying. Instead of you
Yeah,
looking at it like, my brothers and sisters, let's get together and wisely convert our mother if that's possible. You keep saying more like she's trying to ridicule you. So I'm telling you, like listen to what I'm telling you. even though your body is grown, we still carry the trauma or the fears or the complexes that was installed in us by our mothers or daddies or whoever when we was little. Whoever got the most influence over you as a child still potentially got that force and that power over you as an adult. So you saying you concerned about how she talking about you and what she's saying about you, like, you know what I'm saying? As though she God. You making her a God over the real God because you worried about how
she gonna say
she
what she
feels.
gonna say, Cam. No, I'm just saying because we all know our mama, so she gonna say what she gonna say or whatever. She gonna talk to her church parents. She gonna pray. She gonna do what she
But do
do.
you want to go to
And she
war
gonna
against that? Do you want to shut that up?
Cam, I don't give a damn no more, Cam, about how she feel about
I mean, I don't know
if
about
I'm
that
the
one,
enemy
bro.
or none of that.
I don't know about
I
if I
love my
believe
mama,
that.
Cam, but look, I'm telling you, bro. We stopped. We don't give it. Ain't nobody influencing us, but us influencing us. We influencing ourselves. We just saying that these are the people that's around us in our family. That's all. And we can try to convert them, but I think that around that civil rights era, it ain't no changing them. They're gonna vote Democrat. They're gonna be in the church every Sunday. They're gonna, T.D. Jakes. You can't say nothing about him. Clifford O'Donnell. You can't say
Yeah, you
nothing
can
about
say
him.
something about all
You
of
know,
them. So this what I mean.
according to them, though. According to
I
them.
don't care.
According
According
to
to
them.
them, I could shut
Yeah.
all their mouth.
Yeah.
I can shut all of their
I
mouth.
know. I bet you can. I bet
You
you
can
can.
too.
Yeah. Real.
You can too. So
Right.
why won't you do
Right.
what I can do? Why won't you do what I can do? What I did?
I'm gonna start, like you said. I'm gonna start studying. I'm gonna study with like they've been studying for years. I'm gonna gradually start studying, and I'm gonna start standing on my square. And if they don't like how I bust back, how I shoot back with facts from out that same book they study, then oh well. You got to check your feelings at the door.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
your motive. It's about your motive, though. You're not just trying to do it to bust back. If you really just want them to be informed, that's what you're doing it for. Whatever you choose to do with this information that I give you is your business. It's gonna help me sleep better at night because if I see you saying F that, and if they hit you with the same thing, once you give them the actual receipts and true data information, and they say get that shit out of here or that's the devil, okay, cool. That's all I want to hear. I don't have to feel nothing about you now. All I got,
Yeah.
it
And
don't
then
mean I'm just
Cam,
gonna stop dealing with you, but anytime you talk to me or anytime we interact, I'm gonna be on that page. I'm gonna be giving you information that you're gonna be saying, get that ish out my face. I'm gonna be the nigga at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the one at the gas.
right. Right. And yeah, and real quick, Cam, before I get off, man, I just want to ask you. So, how do you like? Because I hear you say a lot about Candace Owens, or you mention her name a lot.
Yeah.
So, do you respect her intellect, or
Absolutely.
what do you like about her? Okay, just her
I like
intellect only, right?
everything about her except, and she young. She only 35. I'm 55. I'm old enough to be her daddy. I'm 20 years older than her, right? So just
Right.
by her being a black woman that's that young, that accomplished that much and studies that much and is that solid on trying to be logical and reasonable and dealing on facts, I 1,000% got respect for it. But she's, she got everybody got an Achilles heel. Everybody got some ignorant little gray area where Satan can slip in and be right next to you. And in my view, that happened in the form of her faith, her religion, and her choice of a husband.
Okay. Can I ask you? Is her cousin? Is her husband a Christian or the
He
same like
British.
her, or her husband?
He's a white British dude. She got two or three children with him, as far as I know, and I think that he supports her in the same faith, which is Catholicism.
Okay, because it's just my opinion, and everybody entitled to one. Just my opinion, Candace Owens, man, with her intellect, it's like she vitriol for for the for blacks in America, man,
What has
and
she ever said that was worse than what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan and me and we say against our own people? What have she ever said that's worse than what we say?
It's like it's to the point where you know
Give me an
I don't
example.
mind.
Give me one
I don't.
example.
Look, Kim. I see. If I'm just a regular person in the neighborhood, I don't mind nobody from the nation to get at me because I'm used to them getting at me, trying to sell me
Well,
some
she
cars.
not getting
You
at
know,
you. She not talking to you
yeah.
personally.
No, but she belittles the black community, man, with them white folks
Give me
and
an
for them
example.
white folks.
Give me an example.
She got them same talking points as the white supremacists
Give me an
that be
example. I'm
on.
not gonna let you, bro. I'm not gonna let you
Oh,
rant. Give me an example,
okay. I'm gonna give you an example right now, Kim, because I ain't seen too many interviews
bro. You still
of her,
rambling.
man.
Give me an
It's the same
example.
thing. Okay. Oh, uh, um, it's Chicago. You know, all
What?
the violence in Chicago.
What
Uh,
about it?
uh, 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 uh,
What about it? What is she
yeah,
saying different than the minister?
black on black crime, right? When we
What,
already know it's just
what is
pockets
she
of
saying,
black on black crime.
bro? What
Yeah,
what is she saying different than what we saying? You just said Chicago. What about Chicago? What did she specifically say about Chicago that's
yeah.
different or worse than what we say?
That the problem with the black community is, okay, it's black on black crime. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna give you another one. Then it's,
Oh no,
you know,
stop. Did that sound like a
yeah,
real solid example to you?
listen to what I'm saying now, because all brothers from the nation that came at me with the black on black crime. Now listen to me though, Kim. Listen to me. Now
I asked for an
we
example. I ain't got a
know,
lot of
and
time, bro.
I'm finna give you one. I'm finna give you a quick one. We know that is an issue in certain pockets in the United States of America, but that's not the main issue in the black community because everybody in the black community is not
You
killing
go,
each other.
bro. You rambling. Give me an example. Stop rambling. I'm
Okay.
trying to let somebody else get on here. I respect you this long, but you just going somewhere else.
Okay.
So either give me an example or just say peace, and we'll get back in the comments.
Okay. You want an example from Candace Owens on how she belittled the black community? That's the example that you want? That what you asking?
Was I asking for anything else, my brother?
Okay. It's just that a lot of her rhetoric, man, it's blacks, oh man, they lazy, and then you know, if we ain't lazy or we begging or you know, we don't have no leaders in our community, and all we do is we con and scam each other, and everything that's negative about us. I don't never hear nothing positive or no positive talking points from Candace Owens, man. When it comes to the black community in America, I don't hear nothing. She don't even talk about the ones that's successful. Everything's negative. That's what I get from her, Cam. So I don't want to stay on here too long, take all the time from the other callers or whatever. But yeah, that's what I get from her. Nothing but negative rhetoric from her. Nothing positive. But
Well,
yeah,
okay.
Cam, I'm gonna let you respond. I'm gonna go ahead, man, and pass it down to somebody else. Peace.
All right, peace for sure. Um, y'all's thoughts. Y'all wanna let me, because I didn't intend to be on here that long. Here's a StreamYard if y'all wanna what you say, Sugar, what happened? Wait a moment, try again. Salute Ahmad. Damn, what's not let me? Oh, there we go. There's the StreamYard link. Yeah. So I don't know if was I clear? Was I clear by asking for a specific example regarding Candace Owens saying anything worse than what we say on a daily basis? I'm talking about we in the NOI been saying for the last 95 years. Does anybody talk worse about our BS, our laziness, our ignorance, our black on black crime than the Nation of Islam do? Right? Does anybody talk worse about us than us? Any black person talk worse about us than us? And if they, even if it's supposed to be an Uncle Tom or a sellout, are they lying? That's why they Uncle Tom sellout, because they feel like they justify. That's probably why she got a white husband, because she was around ninja and stuff so much that as an intelligent person, you know what I'm saying, she might have been on some articulate and intellectual type time that no dudes, no black dudes around her was on. So she was like Bill Clinton, you know what I'm saying? You come here. You know what I'm saying? She needed that aspect in her life to be fulfilled. I mean, I don't know. You have to ask her, but she ain't told no lies. She haven't told no lies. Right? I just know what her Achilles heel is. I know what her weakness, the chink in her armor is right now. Ruben said Candace Owens is evolving. Perhaps in time she'll be a great asset to the struggle. She already is a great asset to the struggle, whether she's trying to be or not. Satan is a great asset to the struggle. Trump is a great asset to the struggle. That's what I'm saying. Depending on our maturity level, everything, all things, all people work together for the good, for the struggle, for the, you know what I'm saying? Whether you trying to or not. Right? I'm still here. I don't pay Candace Owens any attention, so nothing she says bothers me. I pay her attention. And even if something bothers me, I'm still gonna pay it attention. All of that's feelings. Like, it's just, can you see how we destroyed for being so emotional? We divided. We can't come together with our own, especially because of emotions. Because she said something about us in a certain way, or she this or she that. Like, we don't know how to eat the meat and throw out the bones. Like, if you eat a peach, are you going to keep on eating through and break your teeth off on the seed? Or do you know what parts of a person that you're supposed to, you know, ingest or take in, and other parts you're supposed to throw away? Like, damn. What part of the, I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all. I know the value of how to extract value, how to get value out of the devil, out of Satan. I know the value of Satan. That's why I be asking the questions like, if you think you believe in Jesus or God, or why did he create devil then? Why did God make devil? If he hate evil so much and he created hell and it's going to be a lake of fire and Armageddon, and he's the only creator and shit, why would he even go through this whole process and shit of making an enemy for us and letting it destroy us and terrorize us and paralyze us and horrify us and shit? You got to blame that on God, right? But we don't want to have immature conversations. You don't want to have immature conversations because they make your head hurt, right? You need a cigarette or a drink or a joint. Yeah. No, I need a cigarette or a drink or a joint if I don't have them conversations. I can't be around niggas that don't want to have them conversations. That's what frustrates me. Like, yo, so you just don't even want to think about reality at all. Huh? You just want to fantasize and fairy tale, and you just want to be happy. you Bobby McFerrin. You don't worry, be happy. Huh? Like, nah, that'll drive me crazy. I can't tolerate that. So I get on here. This is a page in a channel, and I'm a guy that talks like, you know, this raw, uncut, you know, solar flares. Like, you don't get solar flares from me. If you don't know how to process sun rays and sun heat and fire, whatever, into something valuable for you, then I'm not the guy you want to be listening to. All you're gonna get from me is solar flares, solar storms, solar flares. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to spit fire, raw, uncut. So if you don't know what to do with it, you don't want to be too close around me. Elmatic, salute, Elmatic. Hit the like button, smash the like button. Peace to everybody in the chat, and I apologize for ignoring the chat. Hopefully, y'all was communicating with each other, but you know, if somebody's on a live with me, I want to pay them, you know, my undivided attention, and I don't multitask too well when it comes to conversation. So I wouldn't want to disrespect FBA Dynasty or nobody that's on here that I'm talking to, because if they got they gave me the respect to hop on live with me, then I want to pay them full respect, undivided attention. So I apologize to y'all that might have been dropping some jewels in the chat. Ahmad Jabril said he might have created the devil for us to fight against instead of fighting the good. Absolutely. It's dynamics. It's forces. It's forces that was necessary. Devil was necessary, wasn't it? Evil, negative, positive and negative wires, electricity, that was necessary, right? Are we mature enough to understand that negative force, negative expression it was necessary to get us this far in creation, to evolve the creation, the electrical energy creation, the positive and negative forces that hold atoms and molecules together to make creation stick and grow? Are we not mature enough to know that negative force was necessary? Devil was necessary to get us this far? Did we not know that? Or we just in our feelings? We just in our emotions? The key to solving our problems goes all the way back to the originator, to the creator, the very first one. And the question of whether or not he created himself perfect or not. And what perfect even means. Perfect don't mean a ceiling where you can't no longer improve. Perfect is a relative term. It's relative to what a person is trying to accomplish at a specific point in time or space. Relative means that, perfect means that I was able to accomplish at a certain point in time or to a certain degree a specific thing to a specific degree at that point in time. That's all perfect means. Perfect don't mean complete. Perfect don't mean that's the end. Perfect can mean that's the beginning. Okay, perfect. Now I got a perfect foundation to build eternity on. So what do we even understand about the definitions of or the concepts of these words? Sugar, I think the last caller was struggling to express himself because he hadn't thought anything through before calling. How common is that for people that they don't think? Yeah. And, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we got to be sounding boards. That's why I try to be patient and let people talk as long as they can before I rush them to land the point, because sometimes they need to just hear themselves and they kind of self-correct themselves, or they need to work, they need to speak their way through to get to a certain point. Some people can do that without moving their mouth. Some people need to hear themselves say words so they can work out the ideas and come to the point. So I understand both methods, but it'd be taking a long time and we'd be only here for a little while. So I'd be trying to balance it out. Still here, God works all things out for the good of those that are called according to his purpose. And we all are. All of us is called according to his purpose. Even the devils. The devils is made and called according to his purpose. Right? Right? Devil didn't create themselves. Kane Code 36, many of us have a deep issue with self. The issue/issues show when we speak and deal with one another. Yeah. We're traumatized. But that's what makes us the great people that we are, because of our trauma. It's not that we're trying to claim victim and play like the victim Olympics, like the state of Israel, the Jewish people, who's the real Jewish people who suffered the most, but that do have play a huge part in it. A diamond is made from the most heat and pressure and time, and some people's cubic zirconia is faking like they diamonds. Some people only been here for a few days. Identity jacking the title diamond. But you put them under heat and pressure, you put them, up against another diamond, and they gonna crumble like dust. So the thing that makes us the weakest is also the thing that makes us the strongest. So that's why I just try to, okay, none of it is threatening me, and nobody putting a pistol to your head, or nobody trying to take your physical life. So if somebody is in your family is saying you the devil and they cursing you and telling gossiping to their church people or whatever, okay. That would inspire me to really go get the receipts. I would really go because I'm a vindictive person like that. Like I'm like Trump. I like to retaliate, not to necessarily destroy you or hurt you, but to just shut you up. I just want to see what it look like when you eat these words. I don't want to kill you. I don't want you to be dead unless you want to kill me, unless you're trying to kill me. Whatever you want for me is then maybe I want that for you. But if we just talking about information or beliefs or whatever, then that's just talk. That's just talk. Your belief ain't got you in shape. Your belief ain't got rid of that arthritis or that diabetes. I'm a straight disbeliever hypocrite, but I'm in the gym eating organic and healthy and looking good and enjoying myself. Like, which one of us is really saved? You saved and you got every pill in the medicine cabinet, and you talking about Jesus saves, and I don't believe in Jesus. I'm healthy as a motherfucker with strong genes, strong family, love, respect. Like, which one of us is really saved? So I like to crack it open with what we claim we believe in. Let's put it to the test. Let's put it on a scale. Let's put it under a microscope. The minister Louis Farrakhan said the current leadership have a syndrome of to be accepted by the slave master. Yeah, Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, it's over with. It expired. Expiration date. Mylene. Oh, Mobo. Okay, got you. I see you said. Salute. Still here, Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, yep, and have been called according to his purpose, yep. But then who is God? Then who is God? A ghost, a spook, a spirit? It's saying him. Him means penis and testicles. So are we going to get into that? Are we going to crack open all these words and phrases and terms and really define them for what they really mean? Right? Those that love him, not those that love it or those that love her. All throughout the Bible, it say that God is a man, the man of war. So what's his purpose? Is he a human being like us? So his purpose should be our purpose, right? Our purpose should be his purpose. Our path and walk should be whatever his is, so we can grow into the powers, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, mastery over creation that he is, right? Yeah. I quoted the actual scripture to ensure to add those that love him, right? So that's what I'm talking about. I want to, it ain't just that scripture. So I agree with you. All throughout the Bible, it says him. So are we going to talk about what him really means? What father really means? It don't say mother. Mother, why have you forsaken me? It don't say it. It don't say amoeba energy. Why have you forsaken me? It say father, right? When you see me, you don't see the mother. You don't see the brother. You don't see the spouse. When you see me, you see the father. So it's clear that it's talking about a male. So why do we get spooked out, spaced out when we talk about, okay, well, let's identify him. We created in his image and after his likeness, so let's identify him. So that's what I love. Mike, I keep saying Mike Epps, Robert Epps, salute. Jesus saves us from rebellion introduced to us by Satan. Hey, because if you talking about we get saved after we die, then how can you prove that? I see the misery you living in. I see the grief and the agony and the poverty, poor, naked, hungry, out of doors, raggedy that you are in this life, and you telling me if I follow your way, then yeah, I'm gonna get this poor hell, raggedy, torment type life, but then my soul is gonna be saved after I'm dead. Nah, that bet is too risky for me. No, I think that you're supposed to be able to see some of the fruits of that or the proof of that heaven in this life. I think if I do good in this life, then I'm gonna get a good reward while I still live. That's what I think. I don't think that my reward is supposed to, for doing good while I'm alive, is supposed to come while I'm dead, after I'm dead. I don't believe that. If you believe that, then that's something we can talk about. Anybody believe that? Anybody believe that your reward for doing good while you got a flesh and blood body is going to come after you don't have a flesh and blood body no more, after you're dead? How many of y'all believe that? If you believe that, hop on the live with me. Let's talk about it. I have a couple of more questions to ask you based on that belief. I believe that, heaven and hell is right here before you physically die. Heaven and hell is right here. The earth is one of the heavens, the seven heavens. The earth is a heaven. It's the top heaven. It's the original heaven. And it's been turned into a hell, right? Right? And there was war in heaven. There was war on earth because it had been possessed by the devils, by the dragons, right? So now it has to be purged and purified, and the dragons have to be cast out and took off the planet, right? The devils have to be took off the planet, right? Right. This whole K. Drake saga is a manifestation of the war of Armageddon, right? The war of the fakers versus the real. Satan, identity jacking that took the identity of the God and the righteous and they followers. That's what this is all about. Yeah. Mobo said, what's your take on the quantum physics theory of reality, light particles, atoms? I don't know. You have to be a little more specific about why you asking that, Mobo. Aaron, the hells, plural, the hells of North America is where we live. That's where we was born. We was born in hell. That's what Malcolm was talking about. You can't threaten me with hell after I die and I'm be getting stuck with some red devil with horns and a pitchfork after under the ground. Oh no, my devil, the only devil I know is the one who last name I've been wearing. That's the only devil I know. And then he helped make some little ninja devils, some black devils. So my only monster horror movie devils is human beings. And a specific race that taught my people how to be like them, how to be beasts in ninja bodies. That's the only devil I know about. Thank you, Yahshua, for the blessings in life. Salute, salute. Also to you and your family, always blessings. Yeah. Elmatic, Yusuf, salute. But yeah, man, ain't this valuable? Ain't this conversation valuable conversation? Don't we need to hear this every day? Just like we listen to rap songs every day, or we listen to our daily reality show mess. Why don't we have these kind of conversations? It don't mean that you subscribing to no religion or you trying to convert to no religion, but shouldn't we hear or at least listen to or participate in some highest frequency conversations about God and self-improvement and mastery and the power of the human being, the righteous power of the human being, and who the real enemy is and how to conquer the weaknesses and the wickednesses and the devils in our own self? That's what heaven is. Once you conquer devil or Satan in your own self, then you in peace. You at bliss. You can focus on health, wealth, unity, love, family. You know how to conquer Satan. You got the weaponry to destroy Satan. Anytime they see you, they flee. They shut up. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful existence. In the midst of hell, you living in heaven. You experiencing heaven when hell is all around you. Devils is all around you, but they terrified of you. They terrified of you. We see all, we hear all them little meme sayings, that the devil was scared when I woke up this morning, my feet hit the floor and all. That's just some old sayings and shit. That you ain't living that. You ain't living that if you ain't censored. If they ain't censoring you and shadow banning you. CMC, salute. man, thank you, CMC, for the super chat. Appreciate the knowledge you're dropping tonight, my brother. Also, what days do you try and come on live? Every day, every weekday, CMC, at 10 o'clock East Coast time, 7 p.m. West Coast time. So I'll be doing this every weekday at around 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. East Coast, 7 p.m. West Coast. And sometimes I might hop on the weekend. But since this is like, Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving and all this little stuff, so I'm on here every weekday. So again, man, thank you for the super chat. CMC Technique is class, and any business or anything that you want to shout out, any information or whatever you want to share, man, you're welcome to do it. You definitely VIP with me, bro. I appreciate you. I think it's bro. Appreciate you though. Much thanks. But yeah, I just want to be of value, because you don't have to pay, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that like CMC, that's helping, that support, that's just a token of their appreciation. And we know this is the world we living in. When in Rome, we got to, do like the Romans, or give Roman, Caesar what's his, which is rent money or whatever. But shit, they owe us. They owe us, like the Bible say, the wealth of the wicked. Reparations ain't enough. The whole wealth of the wicked is stored up for us. And it's in the process right now of being broken and being turned over to us. Y'all think Trump is going to make America great? No, Trump is going to do exactly what y'all thought he was going to do. But then who is going to come out on top? Who is the spoils of this war of Armageddon going to go to? The war of Armageddon. Who is the spoils of that war going to go to? The final war, the mother of all wars. Who's going to be the one to benefit, the real Jews that's going to benefit from that war? That's where we at right now. That's who we are right now. So all I can do is, like I said, just deliver the messages as clear as I can and consistent as I can, and repetition. But at a certain point, my mouth going to be closed. The Lord is going to close my mouth too. But at least the blood would be off of my hands. My people's blood would be off my hands, and I won't have to worry. Oh, well, they chose what they wanted. I can't feel sorry for somebody that rejected clear warnings. How should I feel sorry for a disbelieving people? You've seen us giving our life and getting sanctioned and getting censored and getting starved out and getting abused and getting arrested and getting deleted for this. Just for you to reject it. Okay, I don't have to feel no kind of way. Have no pity, no sorrow, no sympathy whatsoever. I have all that now while I'm among you, while I'm proving it. I'm proving my love because I don't get paid for this. So once it's time to be quiet, and once it's time for the thing to really go down, then hey, man. Yeah, you can be hurt. I could be hurt, but shit, my feelings don't matter. It could be my own offspring, just like Noah and his own offspring, his own son. Like, he didn't want to get on the ark with his own daddy. Yeah, that'll hurt me, but I seen what the script say. You better not grieve too much. You want to go? You want to be with him? Nah, I don't want to be with him. You gave me that son, and you'll give me another one, if that's your will. But if you saw fit to drown him because he chose what he chose, then yeah, it hurts. But you gave me that son, you can give me another one. Man, Mobo, salute. Thank you, Mobo. Much love always. You already know how we do it. Keeping the lights on, Mobo said. Malene, over here on Motel 7, Hotel 7, not Motel 6. Not the number of the beast, but the number of the God. Hotel 7 over here, man. Thank you. Man, so I just hope I'm making sense. I hope my my company, the company that we keep when we on here, is worth your attention. I be trying to think, and tune in and channel with what I know y'all dealing with, because mostly it's money, health, and relationship. What you really dealing with, what you really stressing over, is money, health, and relationships, whether it's spousal relationships, whether it's the relationship with your offspring, you know, that's really what we stressing on. You might listen to me because I might touch on a few subjects that kind of, kind of can pacify or kind of, can help resonate with them three subjects. But money, health, and relationships is really the problem. But we can't never get that right if we want to address the real enemy, the real war that we in, because we stressing over them three things because directly because of this enemy, we'll never be happy. We'll never get peace that we're looking for. We'll never have none of that until we get in the war. Until we get in the war, not on the sideline. The safest place in a storm is where? You think you can outrun a tornado or a hurricane? No, the safest place is in the center of it. Become one with the center of it. Who causes this? What causes this? Let me get in line with the center of it where I don't feel nothing. It's beautiful in here. Actually, damn, I never seen this. I never know it was this calm and peaceful and serene in the middle of a tornado, in the middle of a hurricane, in the middle of a cyclone or a typhoon. That's where you're supposed to be. That's the safest spot. Don't run from it, run to it. Hurry up and get in the middle of it. Get in the war. Become the war. You know what I'm saying? Become the war. You know what I mean? Get on live. Franklin Carstner. Where's that? Where's Franklin? I missed something. Let me back it up. I must be on Facebook or something. I must have missed something. Who is that? Franklin Carstner, stop typing. Mobo, do you know if the minister and the Pope will have a chat? I don't know. I believe they will, but I don't know. They're gonna have a chat. The minister already communicated with him, publicly, reached out for him publicly and wrote him, I think, a letter before when it was his first term in office. But I don't know what it's gonna be now. I don't know. But he's written in the Bible. He's written of in the Bible. If y'all know the script, if y'all know who Trump is in the Bible, then if it ain't a minister, it's gonna be one of the minister's sons. I don't mean biological sons. I mean spiritual sons. It's gonna be a member of the nation. But yeah, we definitely is gonna have communications. Yeah. Yeah, truth cannot be defeated. Truth is invincible. But yeah, that's it. My concern is just delivering, making sure that I delivered information clearly. You don't have to agree, of course. If you don't agree, that you're gonna probably be in your feelings a little bit, but I'm not trying to mock you. I'm not trying to tease you. I am gonna be firm. I'm not gonna let up. You know what I mean? Because the truth is the truth. But I understand that it's agitating. I understand that it's aggravating, or and that's why you got to do it. I got to do it the way that I do it. Yusuf Arline, you saying come on Franklin? That must be on Facebook. Y'all must be on Facebook over there or something, because I don't even see a Franklin. A Franklin is not showing up over here. I wonder why that is. There's the StreamYard link. I was supposed to get off of here. I'm planning on getting off of here in 2 minutes. I've been on here since 10, but I'll go a little longer if Franklin get on here, whoever Franklin is, because he's not showing up on the YouTube. Rube say gonna have to negotiate the terms of the divorce. Absolutely. Elmatic saying Franklin Karshner. Yeah, I don't see him over here. He's not showing up in my feed. As D Fair, common sense, salute. The truth can be hard for some to digest. Yeah, truth hurts, especially if you're on the wrong side of it. And even if we ain't on the wrong side of it, there's some truths that's just gonna hurt. Somebody can, God forbid, I can get a phone call and say that my loved one passed away and this and that. Well, got their life taken unnecessarily. That's a truth that's gonna hurt. Who hurt me? You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's the God that let it happen. Right? So certain truths you just can't escape. Truth hurt. But pain is not evil. Pain is necessary. You can't grow. You can't become perfect or perfected without pain, without suffering. So it's just understanding God created pain, right? God created devil. God created pain. You got to take that stuff up with God. Got to take it up with God, right? That's why we're here to knock around these ideas, these concepts to make us, provoke us to think more maturely, emotionally and spiritually mature. Don't be on some, no, you ain't supposed to think about that. No, you ain't supposed to say that. God said, no, you're supposed to think about everything. You're supposed to question everything. You're supposed to ask God about everything. So anybody told you that you ain't supposed to question God is a scam artist. They lying to you. You're supposed to question God about absolutely. How else you gonna know? How else you gonna learn anything if you don't ask questions? That don't even make no sense. Right. From who Brother Jabril referenced some dude. I don't know if he's a scientist or a journalist or somebody that wrote a book called Pain, the Gift Nobody Wants, by that Archangel. Not by Jabril, but Brother Jabril referenced that book by this white man. Might be a Shriner. Don't get me wrong, we're not crazy. We don't say we like how pain feels or we love how pain feels. No, we just love the benefits. We love what pain does for us, not what pain does to us. We hate what it does to us. We hate how it feels if we sane, but we love what it does for us. If you in shape, anything you like, anything you want, anything you desire, pain is required. Discomfort, pain, struggle is required to achieve it. And then that adds to the satisfaction because you conquered, you overcame in spite of the pain and you achieved the goal. So now it's a physical satisfaction and it's a mental, spiritual satisfaction. That's called bliss. That's called peace, bliss. Right? Yeah. Robert Epps, it's supreme wisdom that makes a person into a god. Constant seeking and constantly practicing supreme wisdom, divine wisdom will make you into a god. That's right. Yeah, and God just means a master, a force and power over another or over others. So God, gods are wicked. There's wicked gods. Satan is a god. Devils are gods. They're just gods of wickedness. Anybody that has force and power over another one is a god. Anybody that's a master in a field is a god. So who gave us our false fairy tale definition of gods? Yeah, ain't no Franklin showing up. So I don't know. Maybe I don't even know. Would he be blocked? Yeah, I don't know. Ain't no Franklin showing up, y'all. So if y'all seeing some comments, I don't. It's not showing up on the YouTube side of the game. So maybe that's on Facebook. So I guess, since they ain't showing up, I'm going to take it on down. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button for me, man. Appreciate y'all. This is Campaign Trail Friday, Black Friday. Black Friday. Man, thank for y'all support. with the super chats and the cash apps and all that great stuff. And super greatly appreciated. And man, I don't know if y'all got some other little topics y'all want me to holler at, put it in the chat. I might come back on since it's Friday. We ain't got no job, got nothing else to do. Man down. Salute Cube and his new album. Breaking news: baby wheels over DC. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Or already, well, that's the subject. So we seeing more and more of this. What I'm thinking is more of false flag. Anything that's in the sky don't mean it's a baby plane or baby wheel, and don't mean it's real. You know, they have simulated that now. They have made fake wheels. You know what I'm saying? They have made drones and Chinese lamps and all this kind of stuff. So just don't be quick to, you know, to say anything that you see that look unusual that's not identified as a baby plane, because it's not. Probably the majority of the things that you see now is not. Because if it's really one, then it's going to demonstrate in a way that's undeniable. It ain't just going to be floating slow, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, because that could be a balloon, that can be a drone, that can be a lamp, it can be, you know. So don't get excited with that, because they doing that by design on purpose. Their agenda is to try to create some false alien invasion. They trying to now seed and flood the airways of propaganda with aliens, like aliens exist, alien, and alien abduction, alien. So it's not no aliens. So be careful about feeding into that. You know, be careful about that. For sure, for sure. Salute. Campaign trail. We outro. Right. Man, much love, much respect to y'all. And God willing, tomorrow I might hop on here for the weekend. Peace.